That's what I do. Unfortunately, I kind of figured it out the other day. I basically just look like if you kept feeding Al-Qaeda hot dogs for the past 14 years. Just the entire duration of the war on terror, you guys, just Hebrew nationals constantly. I look like every before picture in a weight loss ad. You guys ever see those guys? They're a bummer. Yeah, it's really sad. But what are you gonna do, you know? Like Matt said, I am from Pueblo. And I was watching, and as soon as he said that I was from Pueblo, I saw every girl in here just not even trying to, just kind of hold onto their purses a little tighter than usual. It's okay, ladies, don't worry. Don't worry. You can actually do that with an app these days. I already stole all your information. It's fine. No, I actually legitimately like living in Pueblo. It's weird. We used to be like this amazing like cultural hub and like manufacturing base, but now it's all decrepit and crappy. We're pretty much like Detroit, but without the RoboCop to save us. You know, you guys know what it's like. This guy knows what's up. Yeah, I don't know. Like I like living in Pueblo, but more than I like living in Pueblo, I like what people think living in Pueblo is like. I was doing comedy in Denver a few weeks ago, and this girl came up to me after my set. And she's like, hey, did I hear you're from Pueblo? Like, isn't it kind of rough down there? To which I responded, what the fuck did you say to me? And then I pulled it back a little bit. Because if you scare all the white people away, I'm never going to get that Panera Bread I've always wanted, you guys. We're waiting for it. No. I don't know, this girl kept talking to me. I don't know why the fuck she kept talking to me. She's like, well, what do you guys like to do for fun in Pueblo? I looked her dead in the fucking eye and said, oh, you know what we like to do for fun in Pueblo? We like to fight dogs. She's like, that's disgusting. I would never make two dogs fight each other. I told her, I don't think you understand. We actually just make the prostitutes fight the pit bulls in Pueblo. That's what we do for fun. Oh, I'm sorry, do we have some prostitutes in here? My bad. Calm down. And then this girl kept talking to me. She's like, well, if I ever go down there, like, what are some places to avoid just so I don't end up in the wrong area? I told her I would love to tell you what places to go, but unfortunately, people keep stealing all the signs there and using them for scrap metal. So if you just stay off of Teen Pregnancy Boulevard, you're going to be fine. Also, some pregnant teens, my bad. What the fuck are you doing here? I shouldn't say shit like that. Like, I just got a new job in Pueblo on the Pueblo Board of Tourism. Fuck you, that's a thing, first of all. No, I learned a lot of good shit that I didn't know about Pueblo beforehand. So now Pueblo's official town slogan is Pueblo, home of the heroes, and it's great. But it's a lot better than the first one, which is Pueblo, Colorado, where selling burritos out of a cooler in a bar makes more sense than going to college. It wouldn't fit on the marquee though. I guess that's probably why. I also learned we have an official town bird. Not a lot of towns have that. It's the rare brown-breasted single MILF bird. And she's beautiful this time of year, guys. You should see her. And I found out we also have an official town plant, which is pretty cool. It's the one everybody's uncle got laid off from. All right. Everybody laugh at the sad one. Dicks. I heard this report the other day in the New England Journal of Medicine. By that I mean Maxim. But the report said, if a woman is attracted to a man, then biologically she'll speak to him in a higher pitched tone of voice. You guys know that shit? It's pretty cool, and I feel like it explained a lot to me. It explained why every girl I've ever talked to in my entire life always sounds like James Earl Jones. You know what I mean? You guys ever try to holler at a girl or like, hey, can I like maybe buy you like a drink? Or, I'm just going through some shit right now. No, I just wanted to see if I think we'd be better off as friends. It's a bummer, you guys. But I don't have to worry about that kind of shit anymore. I got married recently, which is pretty cool. Alright. It's not that cool. It gets a 6.5 out of 10. Score's dropping every day. Either way, I got married, and I love being married, like no fucking joke. I feel like I've learned a lot since I've gotten married. Like I learned that I'm probably a 36C. That's gross. No, but seriously, like I love the shit out of being married. I have learned a lot. Like I feel like I've learned how to be more kind, and how to be more compassionate, and how to be more caring. And I've also learned how to masturbate really quietly in bed. Anybody else? Quiet baiters? Alright. It's not too bad of a gig, I think. Although every now and then when you're doing that, you end up looking at the cat while you do it. Anybody else? It makes it very hard to finish, that's all I'm saying, you guys. Not impossible, just very hard to finish. We'll get there. Good thing I got married, you guys. I ran into my ex the other day. Not in real life. I ran into her on the Facebook tab People You May Know. You guys ever see that thing? Yeah. Which I think is kind of misleading. It shouldn't be called People You May Know. It should be called People You Thought You Knew before they started blowing everybody at the King Soopers they work at. We got people who like to suck dick inside of King Soopers, alright. Let's get going, produce section. Either way, so I decided to stalk her. I'm not going to beat around the bush, you guys. And to do so, I had to make a Match.com profile because she's still fucking single, am I right? Fucking win here. Anyway, she's still single. I wanted to stalk her, so I had to create a Match.com profile. And if you guys have never done that, it's the worst. But while you're doing it, they ask you like a bunch of questions, and they want you to answer honestly. So I did as honestly as I could anyway. And like the way I answered, like, is I was looking for someone who was like fresh and interesting, and I like him with a little meat on him. You know what I mean? And I like him with buns. Let's be honest. And I like people who don't cut corners. And then it took me a second to realize that I was just trying to fuck Dave Thomas from Wendy's. If you guys are wondering how my ex-girlfriend's doing, I actually just made all that up to say into a microphone that I wanted to fuck Dave Thomas from Wendy's. Who doesn't, you guys? How much time I got, Kitty? How am I doing? 2 minutes. Alright, I can get 2 out. I do like, I know this is a bar. I do this a lot. We do this constantly in bars. And I know I'm in bars way too often for a couple different reasons, and here's the first one. I was doing an open mic in Pueblo a couple weeks ago at a place called Phil's Radiator. And if you guys have never been to Phil's Radiator, it's like this place minus all the class. So I was at Phil's Radiator, and in their bathroom they have 3 urinals. In the middle urinal there's a sticker in the urinal, and it has a picture of Barack Obama's face, and it says Barack Obama official urinal target. And if you guys are like me, I feel like I take that shit pretty seriously. You know what I mean? He's my commander-in-chief, and I think it's fucking rude. But then I thought about it. He's also the guy that gave us like more wars and the NSA and a ton more debt apparently now. So I did what I think any patriotic American would do. I took a shit right in that urinal. For the troops, you guys. It wasn't for me. Another reason I know I'm in bars too often. You guys can take this with you if you want later on. I've figured out with 100% accuracy, depending on what your date puts in the jukebox later on, how your hookup's gonna go, okay? And here it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with, we'll start off with the ladies. Ladies, if he puts Santeria by Sublime on by any chance, watch out, because that roofies are in your drink. Just back away now. Dudes, if she puts on Honey by Mariah Carey, odds are she's a pretty classy lady. She's gonna make you wait, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna make you wait until her husband leaves for work, and she's gonna fuck your brains out. We'll go back to the ladies on this one. Ladies, if he puts on Night Moves by Bob Seger, congrats, you're hanging out with the person with the biggest dick in the room. Congrats. And actually, dudes, if she puts on Night Moves by Bob Seger, it's actually the same thing. Biggest dick in the room. I'll leave you guys with this. As you can tell by that last joke, I didn't graduate from high school. But I want to go back to college. I think it's important. But since I don't have any money or self-respect, I'm going to go to Intellitech. My bad, we have some graduates. My bad. It's a beautiful program. No, but I was at their campus the other day, and for the purposes of this joke, let's say they have a campus. Did you guys know that Intelitech actually has a mascot? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. They're the Intelitech Fighting Single Moms. I'm John Bueno. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much.